P.O.L. Gamer View.
Yo, what up everybody? It's IntraVenus here from P.O.L. Gamer View and P.O.L. Music. And today I want to talk about something a little bit different than video games. Now, I know most gamers have a little bit of nerd in heart, and so they can probably get some nostalgia feels for these items, but I have decided to start collecting Spawn action figures. Now, I used to play with these action figures back in the day when I was a kid. In fact, I had several of these, but over time I sold them. Of course I opened them, and now as an adult I would like to collect them again, as I've seen them popping up for good prices, and I'm gonna keep them in the box this time. So we're gonna go over these in order by date of release. We have 3 different series here. These figures about cover my timeline. We have, first off, the clown with the reversible head, so his head can change into the Violator head. The clown action figure from the first series was released in 1994. Now, the original series came with a comic book for each character in the back, which is really awesome. I still have my Violator comic and my Spawn comic, but I don't have those action figures anymore. That's not true. Violator's right here, and I've had him since I was a kid, and he's gone through quite a beating. I would say maybe you've been violated, Violator. A lot of my figures I sold recently, actually, the beginning of the pandemic, for some extra money when my job closed out. And I've pretty much sold all the ones of value. This one was obviously damaged, and I figured I would just keep it around as a prop and a little, stand up around my house. If you were to actually be in the studio and in my house, you would see there are a lot of toys and pictures and nostalgia to look at. So let's go ahead and go through these action figures, and hopefully you can get some feels for it. I want to tell you the prices of each one and little details about the character that I know of. So let's get into it. Alright, so first off, like I said before, we're going to start with the original Series 1, and this was the clown. The clown is awesome. I realize it's going to be doing the green screen thing for the Spawn logo on all of these, but I'm getting close-ups, so do not fret. The original Spawn series, when I was a child, I had the clown, Spawn, Violator, and Medieval Spawn. On the back is pretty interesting because the Violator picture is not the Violator model that they actually gave you. And the picture of Spawn Alley, which was kind of like his Batman Fortress, like the Bruce Wayne Mansion toy. Spawn Alley is just a drawn picture. There's some pretty terrible photo cropping here too. One funny thing to note is that at the top of this it says ages 4 and up, when this is nothing about Spawn is for ages 4 and up. And yeah, I had these when I was very young, but I was a weird kid. I was into gruesome stuff, detailed action figures. The clown is a terrible character. If you read the comics, there's nothing for kids here, especially his head turns into a monster's head. It's pretty wild. Now, I would love to show you the comic book inside, but I don't have a copy that is outside of this, and as I said, I will not be opening it. Next up is the first in 2 of a series. I believe this was Series 3. Yes, Series 2 I have not picked up yet, though I had some. Actually, I had at least half of Series 2 when I was younger. But first off, we're going to talk about Cosmic Angela. Angela is an angel, but also like twisted. Everything about the Spawn comics is twisted, and there's a lot of darkness and adult stuff. There's nudity and murdering. It's not for kids. On this toy, it still says ages 4 and up though. So here we have the scantily clad Angela in her cosmic outfit, which I'm not sure which comic book, if that wasn't a comic book, that she donned this outfit. It's pretty similar to the original, a little different. She's got real Barbie style hair attached to the back and a ponytail. Comes with high-tech weaponry, posable wings, America's best-selling comic book. This is from the Todd McFarlane's Deluxe Edition Ultra Action Figures Series 3.
Just as medieval Spawn and Angela battled hundreds of years ago, Cosmic Angela and future Spawn, who exist sometime in the future, are always at each other's throats. Cosmic Angela, like Future Spawn, is outfitted in all of the latest high-tech hardware available. Like Angela, she knows the future of all believers elsewhere rests solely on her shoulders.
Next up is probably one of my favorites here, because he is also, just like the rest, a very twisted character. So Spawn is from hell, and Redeemer is from heaven, but Redeemer is just going around murdering homeless people and stuff like that. And Spawn, if you don't know Spawn, he lives with the homeless. He lives in Spawn Alley, as it said on the back. But this guy is wicked looking. He's got a light up chest. The chest and the sword light up with 2 AAA batteries required, not included, which is good because I don't want some battery acid leaking in here because I'm not going to open it. The Redeemer is sick though. His hand can like turn into this gold. I don't know. He has like this gold stuff that's similar to the green plasma that Spawn creates. It's destructive. Alright, now for the Ultra Action Figures Spawn Series 3. I actually had every single one of these when I was a kid except for Vertebreaker. In fact, there are 3 in the set, not 2. I think I accidentally said 2. We've got 3 in Series 3.
One of the Warriors of Light, the Redeemer, has been sent to Earth to eliminate Spawn, drawing from the power that was supplied to him called Elemental Fire. He has the ability to mutate his body into any shape or size of weapon and emit a powerful beam of light that can penetrate any object.
Redeemer, like I said, is one of my favorites. Yeah, it's great. I'm not going to open it. We're going to get some close-ups. It's going to be wonderful. Alright, now here's the third and final figure, which I think may have been the largest, if maybe Future Spawn was the largest, in Series 3, and that is Vertebreaker. Vertebreaker is the only one in the series I never had as a kid. He is really awesome looking. It's one of the most detailed figures. 16 points of articulated evil. Again, ages 4 and up. Now on the back here we'll see there were also a couple other series that started to kick off here in the Todd McFarlane franchise, the Todd McFarlane universe of action figures and comics. They released action figures for Wetworks and also Youngblood. And I had kind of forgotten about these. I had Dane from Wetworks and maybe Grail, and then I think I had Die Hard from Youngblood. In fact, I think they might have had a Youngblood's toy at the place I got this. I might have to go back.
As one of the Flabian brothers, Vertebreaker has only one role in the afterlife: to make sure that his brother Violator doesn't fail in defeating Spawn. Unlike the Violator, Vertebreaker has 4 arms, all of which have a deadly grip and claw-like pincers. He is one of Malbolgian's most powerful soldiers in the battle between good and evil.
And finally we have the newest. Series 3 was all released in 1995. And this is the newest of my figure collection, and this was from 1996. What we have here is Sansker. He's honestly not one of my favorite characters, probably because I'd never really seen him in the comics or anything, but I stopped reading them pretty early on. I grew up. I was born in 1987, to give you an idea. So this guy's got a huge swinging tail. I must say the box is in the best condition. I feel like they started making them out of something a little more solid as they got further on. Either that or because it's a couple years newer, maybe it belonged to a collector and they took really good care of it. But this guy was only $7.99, and he is pretty cool. On the back we see Series 6 and also Series 5 that we missed out on, and a new series called Total Chaos. For Series 6 I might have had Battleclad Spawn, but I think this might have been the first series that I kind of stopped collecting. Yeah, because Series 5, I see, which also came out in 1996, had some characters that I remember seeing on the shelves, but I never got around to getting, particularly Nuclear Spawn and Tremor 2.
First seen in the Spawn Blood Feud comic, Sansker is the alien form of a vampire who has stalked innocent victims throughout history. In this era, Sansker posed as a specialist in paranormal crimes, thus being able to commit the crimes himself, tamper with the evidence, and switch the blame to an unsuspecting citizen. In this case, his target was Spawn. Sansker takes on his form when threatened, and his flexible tail can wrap around anyone who stands in his way.
Sansker. Do you guys remember Sansker? Also, it says age is 5 and up now. This year they raised it 1 age limit. 1 year in age. Alright, Sansker. Looking good, buddy. Alright, guys, so there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this nostalgia trip. I won't call this a nostalgia trip episode. I don't think. But, yeah, I mean, taking a trip back to the early to mid 90s. Wonderful times, wonderful times. If you collected Spawn figures, tell me down below what was your favorite action figure. What was your favorite character in the comic books? I know they are planning on coming out with a new Spawn movie sometime soon. It's been in the talks forever, and I hope it's taking this long because Todd McFarlane wants them to do it right. Now, I hear the person that is playing the role of Spawn in the new upcoming film is none other than Jamie Foxx, which would be awesome. He's a wonderful actor. And so, let me know also in the comments if you like toys and you want to see some more stuff like this, because I am going to keep collecting Spawn figures, and I'll keep you guys up to date on which ones I pick up. Thanks so much for sticking around, staying tuned this long. I hope you have a wonderful day and evening, and don't forget to subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And also, don't forget to pick up my new album. I might sound like a broken record, but this one's not broken. In fact, it just came out on the 2nd of April. Look for Growing Pains by IntraVenus on all your favorite music platforms. Peace out, guys.
Yeah, you can get it tricked out. Take it round the block and all the ladies